Hello, everyone, and welcome to the March ACEC Financial Wellness webinar, where we'll be discussing the Financial Wellness Program and the Personal Financial Portal. We appreciate all of you taking the time to join us today. A few items to go over before we get started. First, in order to ensure everyone has the ability to hear the information presented by our guest speaker, everyone will be on mute during the webinar. Second, please feel free to write in any questions you have using the Q&A tool on your webinar menu. And third, this webinar is set up to be interactive through the use of polling questions throughout the presentation. We encourage you to participate as the questions arise. At the end, we will take some time to go through the questions you've submitted throughout today's webinar. And now I'd like to introduce our guest speaker of Pensionmark, Vice President of Operations, Laura Battle. Laura joined the Pensionmark team in the year 2000, bringing with her experience in the financial services industry. She graduated from the University of California at Santa Barbara with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Business, Economics, and Spanish. Laura currently holds her Series 6 and 63 licenses, along with her California insurance license. Thank you so much for being here today, Laura, and now we'll turn it over to you.
Great. Thank you, Tori, and thank you, everybody, for joining us today on the webinar. My name is Laura Battle, and I'm with Pensionmark Financial Group. We will be going over the ACEC Financial Wellness Program associated with the retirement plan, and specifically going into one tool called the Personal Financial Portal, and how this can work for you. So the Personal Financial Portal, just to give you a brief overview of what that is that's basically a secure online location where you can go and input all of your financial data to track and monitor it in real time. So you can link your accounts from all various financial institutions and look at the pertinent data that helps guide you towards overall retirement planning. And the reason for this portal, what we found, is that a lot of times in speaking with employees and participants that are in the retirement plan, when talking to them about how you can save more for retirement, a lot of times that's hard to do if you don't even know where your money is going. So asking employees to save a little bit more from their paychecks, we were finding a little bit difficult if they didn't understand their spending habits and where their money was going. So we found the Personal Financial Portal platform to be really beneficial to really help you understand your overall financial life. Really looking at everything at one place in real time, updated daily, so that you don't have to go out and log into your checking account and log into your savings account and then find your 401k balance and find your IRA and then, oh, what's my mortgage, and oh, you know, what about college saving, and am I saving enough for retirement? So I'm going to do a demo of this Personal Financial Portal in a moment, and I think you'll really get a good idea of how that service works. So first we'll go ahead and start with our first polling question here. So we're going to start right off with a pop quiz. My husband is a junior high teacher, so I think this is how he likes to do that as well. So first polling question here. So social media, Personal Financial Portal, Retire Connect, Help Center, Employee Gap Needs Analysis, Online Education Center. Those are all 6 components of our financial wellness program, true or false? So are all these 6 components part of the overall financial wellness program in the ACEC Retirement Trust, true or false? So we'll see if this question comes up. I think Tori can click the results for us, and then I can go ahead and take over from there. Okay, so 83% has said true, 17% said false. So that was a pop quiz. 83% of you are correct. Those 6 components are part of our financial wellness program. So I know that was definitely a pop quiz because I did not give you a lot of background on our financial wellness program. But the ACEC Financial Wellness Help Center is here for you, as you see on the screen. We have registered specialists that can help you with any questions you have about your retirement plan with ACEC, and we encourage you to contact us at any time. So if you want to jot down this information, this is also on the acecrt.com website, where you can always contact us at any time regarding any retirement-related question that you have about the trust here. So let's see, the next slide, Tori, or whenever you want to hand over control to me, I'll go ahead and take that as well. As we're bringing up our next slide here, I want to talk a little bit about the ACECRT Online Education Center. So that Online Education Center is through acecrt.com, and that's the website you want to go to, really, where you can access educational videos. We put a lot of educational videos on this website. We also have recordings of webinars such as these on that website. We also have articles, financial calculators, quick tips, newsletters. So everything is going to go right through this ACECRT Online Education Center. You'll also be able to sign up for our Retire Connect campaigns, which are like our videos, our webcasts, our articles, little quick tips that can come into your email. So all of that is done directly through the acecrt.com website. So Tori, if you want to give me control, let's see if you can switch it over to me here. We'll go ahead and get over to our demo. Let's see. All right, perfect. Okay. Thank you, Tori. So you should be seeing now the example of the Education Center. Perfect. Okay, so this is the acecrt.com website, which you will want to go to for any of these resources that I'm about to go over here. So this is where you can log in, like I said, for any of our, if you go to the participant education link through the acecrt.com homepage, so there's a participant education link, that's where I am here. This is where it brings up the wellness program. And this is where you can get all of our information about our wellness services, our calendar of information, our webinar calendars. This is where you can access past webinars. You can sign up to be on our webinar list or a distribution list. So this is a really good bookmark that you want to go to. Again, this is the acecrt.com website, and you want to go into the participant education link. So now what I'm going to go into is a little more of the demo of the actual personal financial portal. So let me see if I can get a sample of that up. Let me see where this takes me right here. Okay, so this is a little bit of I want to show you what the portal looks like first. So before I go into the demo, this is what I want to bring up. So this is your landing page when you go into the portal. So this is a website that you would go to and link all of your accounts. So it's a quick snapshot of your life updated daily. So this is populated with numbers already in it. Basically, any account that you have online access to, you can link to this website. So any account that you have a username and password to, you go in and you link it to the website. So your first time in takes a little bit of time because you do need to link your accounts. Now you could link a couple of accounts, log back out, link them again, go in and the next day link a couple of more. So you can keep adding to this. You don't have to do everything at once. But your first time, you only have to set it up once. Once you set that link, then it pulls the information over from that financial site. So it's a non-transactional website. This portal is a non-transactional site. You cannot make any changes through this website. It's for viewing purposes only. So there's a one-way link from your website, from that financial institution. So let's say you tie in your Wells Fargo account. Then you can go ahead and tie in your Fidelity IRA. And then you can tie in your mortgage account with, XYZ financial company. So you keep tying in your accounts and it pulls in that information, and it pulls it all away to show you all your investments in one spot and across the board, so you can see everything. There's then tools you can use to take your financial situation and forecast, show you how long is this money going to last me in retirement? What should I be doing differently? Am I saving enough? What if my spouse wants to retire at this age and I want to retire at another age? They also have tools for college, for saving for your children. What am I saving enough for my child's college education? All of these features are incorporated in the portal. So once I get to this point in my presentation, one of the most popular questions I get is, whoa, that's a lot of information. What's the security with the portal? So I'll show you where you can find some quick security videos that go into the actual security features of the personal financial portal. I will tell you this site is through a company called eMoney. So eMoney is actually the host of the website. They use a security with SunGuard. So SunGuard actually provides the security for the personal financial portal site. So this is not like an online banking, trading, or shopping site. Again, it's a one-way transactional, it's just pulling the information over. It's not as though you can make any changes, withdraw any money from your account, move investments. It's purely just for viewing. So your personal information is never shared with a third party ever. So the host of this website is never going to share your information, and all the data is stored at SunGuard. So SunGuard Data Systems is one of the largest data hosting systems in the world. They handle about 70% of the world's financial industry transactions, whereas most companies' websites use 128-bit encryption. SunGuard actually uses a 256-bit secure socket layer encryption. And they have their own employees constantly try to test their firewalls. They have yet to, no one's ever, had a security breach in their website. And this personal financial portal is actually a designated, it's designated as a VeriSign secure site. So for any of you who are very concerned with the security features of this website, if you go to the ACECRT.com website and go to education, where you're seeing where I was before, there's a few right here in kind of the left side of the screen. I'm thinking maybe you can see my mouse hovering. There's a couple of videos on just what is the portal, and right underneath there is the security features. So there's a YouTube video, a couple minutes long. You can watch that if you'd like more information about the security of this portal. So through this ACECRT.com website, through this participant education link, on the left-hand side, it has the email you can send to us here at the Financial Wellness Help Center. And basically, you can send us an email with the information here, your name, company, and email address, and you can let us know you'd like to be signed up for the portal. That email will come to our office here at the Financial Wellness Help Center, and we will then send you your username and temporary password so that you can get started with the portal. So it's as easy as just going to the ACECRT.com website and sending us an email, and we will go ahead and get you set up with your access to the portal. So really, this is your landing page that you want to go to here. Once you are set up with the portal and you've received your username and temporary password, here's a link on the upper right-hand corner that takes you right to the portal. So if you click on that link, it's going to take you to a landing page where you're going to put in your username and your password, agree to the terms and conditions, and then it's going to take you right to your own here personal financial portal page. So we have Steve and Sarah sample here as my demo. Now this has numbers all populated in it. You would envision if this is your first time going in, this would be zeros everywhere. So here at the Financial Wellness Help Center for ACECRT, we can see what you've put in. So as you populate your account here on the portal, you can always contact us for questions and we can help walk you through these different features. I will let you know as you look at these different features on the screen, the ones that we do not have access to are these two tiles in the middle that say spending and budgets. We do not have access to see these two tiles. So as you populate your information in here, you can always grant us access to see those, but as the providers of your Financial Wellness Help Center, we do see all the other areas, and so we can assist you with questions that you have or any problems that you have in setting up your portal or as you're going through and making sense of all the great information that's here. So when you go into the portal, one of the first things you're going to want to do is go ahead and start inputting your information. So how you do that is up here at this Organizer tab. So this is your landing page. This is your home screen. These different tiles, as they're headed, they all have little arrows at the bottom that you can toggle through, and they give you more in-depth information about each of these headings. But at the top, you'll see these tabs in the gray here, and these are the ones that really run the portal. So the first one you want to go into is called the Organizer. And the Organizer is where you're going to input all of your information. So you input it all here in this one place. And you'll see throughout the portal, you have these little quick demos, these little videos. These are what they call Danny tutorials. So this woman here is named Danny, and she gives you tutorials throughout the website. So if you ever get stuck somewhere, you can click on one of these and she can walk you through the information that you need. So when you first get started, what you're going to want to do is add your accounts. So if you click on this first list, this first heading here, it says accounts. Now this one's already been populated. You would imagine this would be, nothing would be here if this was your first time going in. You simply click on the add button, which is in blue, and you would type in the name of the website that you want to pull the information from. So for example, if we just start typing in Wells Fargo as our financial institution that we want to start with, usually starting with your bank or credit union is the easiest one, you can see the system brings up the most popular matches for Wells Fargo. So we're going to click on the first one. As you would start adding your accounts, you would probably recognize which Wells Fargo website is the one that you'd like to go to, or the name. So Wells Fargo Bank, if I click on that, you'll see it's going to bring up just basically the Wells Fargo login screen. So this is how I would put in my username and my personal password that I use to log into my Wells Fargo checking and savings accounts. Once I put that in and click connect, it's now going to pull all the information over from my Wells Fargo account and populate it into my portal. And I would continue to do this for my IRA accounts, my spouse's accounts, my retirement plans with my company, my investment accounts, my brokerage accounts, any investment account, any account that I have online access to, this is where I'm going to add it through the Organizer. As you're populating your portal, if you run across a financial institution that you cannot find or it's not linking correctly, definitely give us a call here at the Wellness Center, the Financial Wellness Help Center, and we'll be more than happy to troubleshoot that for you. Sometimes small savings and loans organizations maybe aren't on the portal system, so those need to be manually entered in the background, and we can help you do that here at the Help Center. So definitely give us a call. Our contact information, again, is on the ACEC Education Center that I was just showing you. So if I back out of this, again, I'm going to be going into the Organizer. So here's where I'm going to add all my accounts, like I said, once you see that account tab. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to add all of my accounts. And again, those are going to be updated real time. So if I add them today and I log in tomorrow, it's going to be my current account balance of each of those accounts that I've logged. You can go through and log and enter any real estate, property, and business that you have. So your primary residence, your mortgage, if you have any rental property, the more detail you put into this portal, the more it's going to work for you. Under family and friends, this is where you're going to put all your immediate household information. So your information, your spouse's, any children that you might have. You can assign names, different names to this account. The portal is something you would most likely want your significant other or spouse to have access to. And in theory, you would both be using this as a tool for your overall household. So you can put in your children's information and your own immediate household information. The next category, and I'm just moving from on the right-hand side there going down, this is where you're going to put any of your professional contacts. So we've already pre-populated Troy Hammond, our president and CEO, his contact information. You accountant here, you could add your estate planning attorney, you could add anyone else, another financial advisor that you work with. Here's where you can put all their contact information. Again, a great place for you and your significant other to go to, you know, that they can, so that they have it all in one spot. The next tab, going down on the right-hand side, this is where you put in your income and expenses. So you can input your general, you know, your income for you and your spouse. The living expenses, they're going to go ahead and just estimate that from your spending, which they're going to get from your checking or savings account. But you can also go through and itemize each area, just like you can do probably in your current bank account information online. You can kind of go through and indicate, okay, no, that wasn't groceries, that was gas, or, you know, clarify that spending. Again, the more you take the time to do it, the more this website's going to work for you. But if you'd rather just estimate, you can do that as well. So it'll show you your income and your expenses, and you can populate that. Again, this does not all have to be populated the first time you go in. You can populate it slowly over time. The more you populate it, though, you'll see how advantageous it'll be as I show you the other tools. The next one is where you can put your future goals. So if you need to put your retirement age, or if you're saving for college, that's where you would add that in the education expenses. Or if you have any major expenses, like you're saving for a major purchase, such as a vacation home or a boat or something along those lines, you can put some future in this category. Your next one that you can do is your financial priorities. So between you and your spouse, or if you're just going to use this for you, you can move around these blocks if you are saying, well, planning for retirement is my, you know, first priority, and then I'm really thinking about saving for college. So you and your spouse can have different goals, but again, you can always reorganize these as your priorities change over time. And then the last tab there under the organizer on the right-hand side is a risk tolerance questionnaire. I would really encourage you to complete this risk tolerance. It's really helpful when you use the projection tools and the workshop tools in this portal. So it's a pretty small risk questionnaire, only about 12 questions long. And so if you just go through and answer those questions, that's also going to help you in your overall financial picture. So I'm going to skip over the workshop tab here up at the top. Again, we were under the organizer. We went ahead and went through our little organizer just as it shows here. So I'm going to show you the spending tab. This is just as you would envision. This is where it's going to show you all your spending. Let me just bring this out a little bit and see if there's some data. Let's see. So for some reason it's not pulling in because I think we set this up in the demo. Oh, there we go, pulled in. So this is showing you all the spending, again, that's broken out by category. You can change the time frame. You can change if you want to do it by history. You can see for a budget. You can say, I just want to see it for this particular account, or I just want to see my credit card information. Again, assuming you had logged in your credit card information as well. So this is the spending tab, and it really helps you with where your money is going. Then if you click on the little budgets tab right underneath spending, this is where you can kind of set goals for yourself. Keep yourself on a budget. You can really set some parameters, and it'll let you know, hey, you're about to spend too much on clothing this month or dining out. So this is a really great feature for helping you with that budget portion I was telling you about. I'm kind of clicking through these quickly. I want to make sure that I get you guys out of here, you know, for enough time to go about your day. So I'm trying to just show you an overview. Now I'm on the investments tab. This is just as you would imagine. Once you've pulled in all your investment information, maybe your 401k, any brokerage account, any outside investments you have, it'll show it all in one spot. So you're able to run, see those transactions across all your investments. So how much do I have in, you know, international across all my investments, not just my 401k or not just my IRA. So the investment tabs, again, it's all real-time data, so it's updated daily, and it just shows you your asset allocation across all different accounts, which is a really nice feature. The Vault tab, moving across here on the upper, on those tabs up at the top, the Vault tab is an area where you can store and upload any important documents and files. So here's where you can put your insurance policies, your mortgage paperwork, you know, any type of loan paperwork, your wills. Again, because your spouse can have access to this, they can also see and grab and get all that information here. There's also a shared documents folder, and that's where you can put information that maybe you want to share and give access to your accountant or your attorney, and so you can upload documents here to the shared documents vault. There's no storage limit on this, and again, you can add additional users so that they can see and grab different documents that you may want to put on the vault. The last tab here up at the top is the reporting feature. So here is where you can run different reports based on, you know, what category. So this is a balance sheet. Maybe you want to have an insurance summary. You want to have a net worth statement. Maybe you want to just look at your liabilities. There's all kinds of different, you can see reports that you can choose. This is really helpful, you know, around tax time. Sometimes your tax advisors may want to see this information. So this is really helpful to see, for them to see. And again, this is the reports tab that you can get to and print out any report that you may want to see. So I've showed you most of these headers up at the top here. The last one that I want to show you is the workshop tab, and that's right next to the organizer tab. So now once you've had all your information uploaded into the system, or a majority of it, one of these great workshops you'll see is this one says, are you saving enough for retirement? And if you click on that piece, are you saving enough for retirement, it now is pulling in all of your personal data, and it's going to show you if you are saving enough and on track for retirement. I'm just taking my system a minute here to populate that. Great. So what this is showing in this example, again, it's taking the retirement ages that Steve and Sarah sample have put in, and it's showing them of the 38 years they have of retirement, they only have enough money for 25 years of that. So what they can do is really play around with the sliders over here and maybe change from, instead of Steve starting his retirement at 62, maybe he needs to push that off to 68. And what I'm doing is just changing the sliders, and you can see how then that changes the forecast picture on the right-hand side to show, okay, if we push retirement out a few years, that's going to help. So this is a really nice tool that can help you play with your specific numbers to see if you're going to have enough to last in retirement. So it can pull in all these different features. It can show it to you in different ways, the different graphical ways, and even break it down in a numerical value. And again, it's taking all your information on the left-hand side and really forecasting if you're going to have enough to retire. So this is where it brings everything kind of full circle, where the portal doesn't just act as, again, your one-stop shop for all your financial life, but it ties it into budgeting and where your spending is going. So that's a really nice feature. I think this is one of the most beneficial parts of the portal is this workshop page. The other workshop that's pretty helpful, if you just click back to the workshops, is one that says, are you saving enough for college? And it's near the, are you saving enough for retirement? If you have children that you're funding for college or thinking about funding for college, basically you can go in here and see if you're saving enough for that college. And I believe you can go into, let's see, you can find out how much it would cost to go to certain schools for your children. So you can go ahead and put here a school. You can just choose one. We had this one up there before, so let me just pull this up. Oops. Typo. So if you're looking, okay, what is Stanford going to cost in state, you know, it'll show you, and this can be a little frightening. You know, I picked one of the most expensive schools here, but $62,000 roughly a year, almost 63 for, you know, 1 year of Stanford. So you can play around with this also and start putting in goals for, okay, how much do I need to start saving for my child who's going to start going to college in X year, you know, and you can tie in any school you want. So again, college funding, a big part of our overall financial picture for parents. This is another great workshop that's on this portal. As again, you know, making sure you have enough for any type of large purchases or large goals like college. So back to our home screen. Again, once you've tied in all your financial data, you can customize it as much as you'd like. You could set up those alerts, like I said, for, you know, are you saving enough? And basically all of that can be done also directly through the ACECRT.com Education Center, where you can sign up for the portal, send us an email to request your username and password, and then go right into the link on that upper right-hand side and get right into that portal. So with that, I want to go ahead and go to our second polling question as we're kind of finishing up the presentation today. So I have our second polling question up on the screen, another true and false. You can monitor both your retirement savings as well as other financial means via the PFP, the Personal Financial Portal, which is what I just went over. So I have a feeling we have a smart group here and we're going to have a good results here. So those should be coming up momentarily. 100%, I like it. So 100% got that answer right. That is correct. So got the gist of the Personal Financial Portal. And with that, I want to thank everyone. I want to tie it up and throw it back over to Tori, who can finish it and see if we have any questions.
Great. Thank you so much, Laura. We really appreciate you sharing your time and knowledge with all of us here today. And as Laura mentioned, we'll now start addressing some of the questions that have been filtering in. Please remember that if you do have any questions, you can submit them using the Q&A tool on your webinar menu. And as always, you can reach out to your dedicated service team at ACECRT for any additional questions that you might have. And that information is pulled up on the screen right now. Our first question. So is this basically an electronic version of a budget regarding the PFP?
Yeah, it is. It's very similar to maybe another service called mint.com. It is something you can definitely use as a budget. Budgeting is one part of it. I wouldn't say it's entirely just a budgeting tool, but it is one component of the overall portal is the budgeting piece. So it is helping you with budgeting, but it's also helping you see where your money is, and then also just having it all in one spot. I forgot to mention there is mobile capabilities with this Personal Financial Portal, so you can access it through the mobile access, so you don't always have to be in front of a computer. And I think most importantly, which maybe I didn't answer in the beginning, is this is free of charge. There is no charge for this service. This is just part of the Financial Wellness Help Center services on the ACECRT plan, retirement trust. So there is no fee for this. If you do leave your employer under the ACEC retirement trust, you can continue to keep your access to the portal. There is no fee to do that. Currently, that might be something that happens in next year or so, but as long as you're currently with your employer, that is a feature of the ACECRT Financial Wellness Help Center.
Thank you, Laura. Our next question, will this recording be emailed to the users on this webinar?
Actually, Tori, do we email that out, or is it just going to be on the website? I'll defer back to you on that.
Sure. So the answer is yes. And about 2 to 3 weeks after the webinar, the recording will be emailed out along with the PDF version of the presentation. And as Laura also mentioned, all of the ACECRT webinar replays are available on the ACECRT YouTube channel as well as the website. So if there are previous webinars that you are interested in watching or kind of getting caught up on, you also have access to watch those. And looks like our last question, kind of going back to what you said earlier, Laura, is there any fee or charge to use the personal financial portal?
No, no fee or charge to use the financial portal.
Perfect. Well, it doesn't look like there's any more questions, so this will conclude our webinar today. Thank you again, Laura, and thank you, attendees, for your participation. I hope everyone has a great day, and we look forward to our next webinar series with you. Take care, everyone.